He's going to bring it into judgment. And with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. You see? That's why we got to make sure that we keep as much as we can what's good. What's good? Romans 7 and 12. So anything outside of what's good is evil. So what's good? Romans 7, chapter 12, verse. Wherefore the law of the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, is holy. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good. So if you keep the commandments of the Most High, the law of the Most High, you're going to be judged for what's good. And if you don't keep it, then you evil. You evil, point blank. Ain't no running away from it. It is what it is. Zechariah 14 and 13. Zechariah, I say you name any prophet, they all gonna bring it to you in a real way. It's just they're not teaching the truth of this Bible. Zechariah 14 and 13. And it shall come to pass, future prophecy, in that day, that a great turmoil from the Most High shall be among them, and they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor, and his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. Now you see, this prophecy of what's going to happen. That's why we got to be in the spirit with the Most High, so that the hand of the neighbor don't affect us in any way, shape, or form. Because the Most High said, if you please the Most High, he make even your enemies be at peace with you. A lot of y'all want to quote these scriptures, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper, but you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. That these weapons that we read about here cannot come against you because of what you are doing to please the Most High and doing what he say do. Y'all part of, he ain't under his law. Did y'all realize what y'all saying to the Most High before him? Do you realize what you're saying to the Most High before in his face? That's why I'm stuck on Hosea 5 and 15, man. I can't get past the first part. Most of the time, I'm going to go to my place until we acknowledge our offense. How offensive you think that is the Most High? He gave us 613 laws that he wrote with his finger, the work of the Most High. 613. And you say, I ain't got to follow that. But you got another way. I like to know what way it is. Because y'all go to funerals and y'all say, are they going to heaven? Prove it. And people sit there like gullible robots and robotees while I say you're in spiritual darkness. Brain polluted. And believe in that. How you believe something that they can't even read in the Bible to say that? No way, shape, or form they can even tell you anything like that. Y'all just bunch of parrots, man. Regurgitating what somebody said of the past. That's why we just read about rebellious Israelites, man. Don't want to accept the truth. That's why he's saying it's going to happen to you. And it shall come to pass in that day that a great turmoil from the Most High shall be among them. He said he's going to get you. But y'all think he can't touch you? That's why it's important to hear what this is saying. And they shall lay hold every one on the hand of his neighbor. And his hand shall rise up against the hand of his neighbor. That's a spirit of the Most High. What did he say? And in that it shall come to pass in that day that a great turmoil, a great uproar, rioting. From who? From the Most High. You stop it. Stop the Most High from doing this. Shall be among them. Hear that? Shall be among them everywhere. Just gonna be going down. It said, and Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together. You hear this? Shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance. In the end, that's what we're going to get. Verse 16, and it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem, came against we as the children of Israel, shall even go up from year to year to worship the King and the power of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. You think the feast ain't important? This is the kingdom. And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the power of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain, no blessing. I'm telling you, man. And if the family of Egypt go not up and come not, that have no rain, that have no blessing, there shall be the plague, wherewith the Most High will smite the heathen that come not up to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. He's going to do them in, y'all. It's nothing but judgment here. I ain't right it, but you got to deal with it straight up. Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah the 51st chapter. Oh, this is going to happen before the nukes go down. Jeremiah 51. And look at verse 30. The mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes, in them holes in the ground. Their might have failed. They became as women. We done heard this about what? Two or three times. All men gonna be afraid. They're gonna be afraid like women. Their might has failed. The military that they have, strength, has failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. Her security is broken. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger to meet another, to show the king of Babylon, the president, that his city is taken at one end, and that the passages are stopped, and the reeds, they are burned with fire, and the men of war are frightened. They're scared. Gonna be like women. But thus said the Most High power of hosts, the power of Israel. The daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to dress her. Yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. Meaning the Most High gonna reap us from among them, a remnant of all nations. But he gonna get the rest of Israelites. Make sure he get us. Most High will be worthy. That's why he said, Revelation 4, if you want to be a part of it, you want to be a part of the rebellious Israelites, the ones that's going to receive the judgment for the plagues that's here in America. Revelation 18:4 again, he said what? And I heard a voice, another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. He said, come out of her, my people, who are the 12 tribes of Israel, that ye be not partakers of her sins. So you don't have to accept the sins that America's putting down. Or you're going to go down with it. And that you receive not of her plagues. A lot of you receiving plagues because you caught up in the system. And not in the system of the Most High. The Most High got a program here. But you understand it, see it or not. Reward her even as she rewarded you. And double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she have filled, fill to her double. So what things she have done, she gonna get double. Like we got double. Because the Most High's chosen people. How much she have glorified herself and lived illicitly. So much torment and sorrow give her. But she said in her heart, she said in her mind, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. That's what we see. The IBM missile star to be shot into the ends of the world. And that's what we're going to look at, because it's all here. And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Most High power who judges her. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived illicitly with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, talk about America, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. 1 hour is thy judgment come. And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy her merchandise anymore. Merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones, and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all tying wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men, and the fruits that thy soul lusteth after are departed from thee. Everything that they lust after be departed from them. And all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. You see, the merchants of these things, which were made rich by her, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing and saying, Alas, alas, that great city, talking about America, that was clothed in fine linen, in purple, and scarlet, and decked with gold, and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour